is a vision board?
Yeah. So more or less the vision board, it's one of the most creative ways to build and succeed in your dreams as far as life. I've been studying the vision boards process and, using myself for decades now and just staying consistent with working on them and taking that time out to actually sit back and review all the previous boards that I've made has really been evidence of proof how powerful creative visualization is, man. So, it's exciting to be able to put this project together and show everyone how to put their project together as far as this 2024 and or whatever year they want to build their vision boards for. One thing that one of my favorite mentors said was, Albert Einstein. He said, create imagination is the preview for life's coming attractions. And our vision board really gives us more of a clear portal to the destination we want in our lives. So yeah, I'm excited,
Yeah.
man, as far as to get this little party started.
Yeah, right. And I agree with that. I think there's magic when you put your thoughts on paper and actually write it, and the visualization part. It's not just to have, hey, in your mind, like, hey, I know it, I think this is my goal, but to physically write it, physically put it down on paper, and physically see it every day. Therefore, that vision, that goal stays in your conscious mind. So I think a lot of times where people kind of fall short is because, again, they just keep it in their thoughts, but it's not visually seeing. It's not getting to the point where your mind consciously sees that over and over and over again. So your mind, your thoughts, your patterns start working towards those goals and working towards that vision. So there's magic in writing it on paper, and that's the point of having the vision board, right? And like you said, is I'm going to do a vision board based on 2024 and my end year goals. But it's great to have a vision board for your life. What do you see for your future? What do you see 20, 30 years from now? How do you want your life to be in all areas? Today, I'm just going to focus on 2024 for us.
Yeah, and that's very important, for us. And the sooner that we can actually get in the habit of doing it ourselves. And it doesn't have to be the beginning of the year. We're starting this off right now for everybody, being it's January, but whenever you're ready to create the new version for yourself, take the time out and take these steps. Step by step, we're going to lay out, more or less a nice blueprint for you as far as the material you need, the way to set it up, and most importantly, creating the life you dreamed of through your own imagination. But you want to begin, you want to begin, this is for everybody. You want to begin with some questions you want to ask yourself. And I wrote them down here so I don't want to miss anything. You want to ask yourself, where are you now in life? Mentally, physically, financially, with your relationship, with your career. Have you started that business you wanted to launch? So where are you now, right now in life? Where do you live? What does your house look like currently? So this way you can actually get a stepping template to where you are and begin to create the life you dreamed of where you are right now. And think big. If money wasn't an issue, if far as if geographical boundaries weren't the issue, where would you want to be in life? Just as if you had a genie in a lamp and you rub that lamp and you got your three wishes. We're going to kind of put it in that kind of aspect of realizing that it's really that close to you, but to stay in tune with making it your new reality, you have to keep it in front of you. Dave, I'm gonna ask you a couple silly questions, and I know the answers to them. But first question: have you ever used MapQuest back in the day or Google Maps?
Of course.
Right. Okay. So yes, cool. So have you ever started a goal or a project but didn't complete it?
Yes.
Have you ever, like, got frustrated and fell back in the old ways and old habits when you were on your way towards achieving your goal?
Yes.
And last question, when moving forward towards your goal, did you ever find that you just got frustrated and said to heck with it and went on with your everyday day-to-day lifestyle?
I have.
Okay, so why do you think the first question I asked you were able to complete from start to finish, but the last three that you didn't?
Well, I believe myself personally is I start with a goal, but similar. I don't see it. I don't feel it. I don't think about it every single day. And I think that's what causes me to go backwards, and stop looking how I need to do things differently to get to that goal, to get to point B, is in point A now. And along the ride, that journey, I take twists and turns and I take my sight off of that goal personally.
Yep. And that's dead on far as like the twists and turns. We use that Google Maps, it gives us exact pinpoint directions from our destination where we want to get to and from where we're starting. It gives you exact coordinates. If we're getting off track, it redirects us and so forth. And that's the power of having the vision board. The vision board gives you that destination with total mental clarity. So you don't have to actually worry about getting there. So don't worry about the how, just focus on the what. Focus on what you want and how you want it to look. So the first thing we want to do is, being we're in 2024, what do you want those each category, what do you want it to look like now? You know where you are currently in each one of those categories, but what would you want it to look like? So even before you begin to go through the magazines, cut out the clippings, write down, this is for everybody, write down exactly far as and do it under, far as time. Get a good half an hour to an hour and write down each category: your health, relationship, finance, personal development, spirituality if you want, and write down each goal. What do you want? And write it down, just flow with it. Let it flow. Don't put too much time into it. Don't overthink it. But first thing you want to do is write down what you want. Then from there, those items and objects, you go ahead and make it even crystal clear by putting in detail. So as an example, let's say you want a puppy King Corsa. I'm just putting something out there for us. You want a new dog. So first thing you want to write down in family is you want to add a dog to the family. Okay, so the dog is what you wrote down in that family category. As you continue to flow and letting the energy flow and just let it come through you. But then once the King Corsa comes to mind, you go ahead and you write down the picture. See yourself writing down, I'm in the backyard this summer playing with my great King Corsa named Onyx. The more and more vivid we can make the reality, the crisper and quicker the reality becomes your life. So you have,
And
go ahead.
just to add a little bit onto that one, and don't be afraid to dream a little.
Right.
The realistic goals, but don't be afraid to reach above what you think you could have. Like you said, let that energy flow, let that mind flow. That goal, that vision, take it just a notch up. If you're doing just for the year, if you're doing for your life, be crazy, be something, put your goals down, put your vision of, like you said, where there's no limits, right?
Yeah. So, and then that's the thing of it, the effects, the after effects. What makes you most exciting about the dream? And that's because it's all about raising the vibration, having that energy to get through the difficult times. So the excitement is going to be the key to getting towards the unknown and staying outside your comfort zone. But by doing this, also what ends up happening is that people, places, opportunities, and things are going to start coming out of thin air. because you're aligning yourself with how you want to co-create this new version. And that's the key. And how will you feel after you've achieved it? So, as an example, say you want to have a certain amount in your savings account by the end of 2024, January 1st, 2025. How does it feel when you walk into the bank and you make that final deposit in 2024 and you look up and you get the eye contact from the bank teller and they see as far as your growth over the last 24 months, 12 months, excuse me, and the excitement you feel by knowing that you did it. Having that internal energy is going to keep you moving in the direction to make the small steps daily to get it done. How happy will you feel once you've achieved your goal? So these are things you want to definitely write down. But on the flip side is conquering your fear, getting outside your comfort zone, because where we are right now is where we are right now based upon our previous life experiences. But to create a new personal reality, we have to create the new personality. And we're starting right now by creating this personality on top of our vision boards. So thinking about your vision and your dream, how uncomfortable does it make you? Write that down. How uncomfortable, what scares you about getting out there and achieving the goal? What's going to be the biggest obstacles that's going to get in the way? Because there's going to be obstacles. One of the great motivational speakers, Les Brown, said, we're either going into a storm, in the middle of a storm, or coming out of a storm. So there's always going to be obstacles along this journey. So don't worry about the turbulence, because just like we're getting on a plane, me and you, Dave, we're getting on a plane. We're heading to Miami with the family to vacation, because that was one of our goals that we're going to hit by fourth quarter. Now we get on this plane, we scan in the first class, we go ahead and hop on throughout our trip from Ohio going into Florida. There's going to be some turbulence, but that GPS inside the plane is already set. And we land in Miami with perfect accuracy because the coordinates are set for that course. That's how we got to look at this vision boards, this journey.
Right.
We have our GPS set. There's going to be turbulence along the way, but if you stay on course and you have faith and really passionate about your journey, you're going to be able to land and see your destination with perfect accuracy. And the vision board brings that mental clarity to life. Yeah, man.
I love it. I love it. Well, let's get to this. Let's talk about some of the tools you need just to get your vision board started. Sound good?
Yeah.
So I brought some stuff here. Foundation, poster board, and again, just to be clear, we're doing this and putting it on paper. We're becoming conscious. We're taking articles, we're writing, we're being creative with this. So you be as creative as possible. This is not to be done on a computer screen, right? It's not to, hey, I'm just gonna, make a vision board and put it in a file somewhere. This is hands-on, get your material. So poster board, I have a glue stick, scissors, markers, and again, you could do glitter, you could do glue. I'm not super creative with the drawings, but you could do whatever you like. Now, I recommend getting magazines and cutting out some clippings from magazines. I actually did some things on the computer that I cut out some pictures or whatnot, but you want to find things that hit each category. And you want to talk about that one as far as the categories?
Yes, sure. As far as the just a little bit back up as far as the magazines, and the way I like to do it, my family, we like to do it, just go to your local library, and often you can actually, they have previous magazines and months worth of magazines stacked to the side that they'll give you. Or, there may be as low as 5 to 25 cents per magazine. And don't don't discriminate as far as what kind of magazine. We'll just grab a few stacks, as far as whatever was within the budget, and collect a few every couple weeks, and then whatever date you have set a goal date, an exact date that you're going to start and create your vision board. So I'm challenging everyone now to set a goal date that you're going to have your materials and the date you're going to set down and create your vision board, because we want to check in with you and see this part of the process is made, because this is important, because this, by the end of 2024, we want to see how many things have came to life or are close to becoming to fruition through your vision board. And each one of those, you want to look at it as an example. Number one is health. Energy of your future. How do you see your health? You want to actually first clean bill of health, great energy, youthful appearance, happy, whatever your health looks like to you. So number one is health. Number two is your finance. So you want to look at it as well. I'm so happy and grateful that money flows to me from known and unknown places in large amounts on a daily basis. So now you're writing the affirmation, because you should be writing your affirmations daily, but you also see on your vision board that amount, as far as clear as day, that's flowing from known and unknown places. So don't worry about how it's going to get there. Just be happy that it's coming. The attitude of gratitude has so much power. Your business. The program is growing by leaps and bounds, and we're now touching lives globally. 1 million lives will be impacted over this next year's period, because we are moving within our purpose. Your business is growing exponentially because you are happy and grateful for what it comes to be. So have your business logo on your vision board. Have a goal number you would like to see for yourself of the goal of total conversion, whatever that may look like to you. As far as your relationship, I'm in a happy, loving, beautiful relationship, and we are traveling the world, loving life. Have a picture of you and your significant other in all these beautiful destinations. Cut out a picture of Hawaii, Dubai, Belize, wherever you, but you want to, so now you've written it. First steps I asked you to do as far as write them down, but now you actually have the written to the GPS and the destination to your goal producing system up on your board. So every day when you're reading your affirmation, you can also see you guys sitting in the sunset. As far as your spirituality, whatever you wish to call your creator, you know what resonates with you. Take that time out and make that connection to make that internal spiritual energy align with your vision and your goals. That way it feels much more harmonious when you're co-creating. Your family, got to have space for your family, because no one life is perfect. And that's why we create a life sync to help get that balance within ourselves. So far as family, writing down things you want to do with the family. Where do you see yourselves on the family vacation, as far as outings and so forth? And definitely your personal development. Your personal development. What do you see yourself as far as how can you grow as an individual and become a better person for humanity? So these are all categories you want to jot down each one of those category titles. And from there, begin your brainstorm. Write down just things that come to mind, 1 or 2 words that flow through you. And then once you get those words, take it another step and create your storyboard. Exactly how you want each one of those. Like for me personally, my health, I'm a happy, healthy, toned, lean, clean bill of health, youthful appearance, extremely muscular, athletic individual with the mind of a genius. I write that every day, and I look at myself in the vision board and I say, yeah, that's him. Not every day is the best day. In each one of these categories, I have our Life Sync logo. I have my Fit Forever logo. I have everything created on my vision board, also with goals for our business. for me and my lady, our vision and our goals as far as our destinations for the summertime and our vacations, family, and so forth. So you guys get the picture. So you start with the end in mind. You go ahead and you write down each category because it's all about life syncing, having that balance. And then from having that circular frame of different areas of your life, you go ahead and write down the goal. And then from the goal, you make each one a little bit clearer and begin to take your poster board, take your paper, take your clippings, and don't overthink it. It'll flow. Just go ahead and begin to put placement on your paper and then add words, write in words, find clippings. It doesn't have to all be pictures, whichever way it resonates with you. Your vision board is your vision board. It's not there to impress anyone, just to actually sink deep within you, to actually have that connection, to keep you aligned with that new goal in mind.
100%. Great words. So I'm excited to start it. So let's dive in.
All right. So now Dave's he's gathered the images and beginning to work on the masterpiece. So just recap, has his board there, pair of scissors, glue stick, but you can also go with double-sided tape, push pins, or transparent tape, and additional photos, whatever you may like. So first thing you want to do, you want to gather the images. Look at your list of dreams and dive deep into the details. Cut out images that resonate with you based upon how you see yourself and your life in this near future. Once you get those images, go ahead and step 2 is cut them out. Carefully cut out the images to the shape you want. Large pieces, small pieces, and since it's 2024 vision board, advantageously place that 2024 somewhere on your board. Put that date 2024 somewhere on your board, so it gives that GPS some sense of urgency, but let your imagination run wild to guide you to create the board. Step 3, you go ahead and arrange the board. Once you lay out your images, try to tweak them and find them so they look nice and feel harmonious to you, but make it effortless. Don't stress about it, but be happy with the way you're settling in as far as your images. You may also want to use some photos of your own, as far as family photos, pictures of yourself, and place those along the vision board. Make it energetic and happy as you wish. And as I mentioned before, the board is the visualization. So reach greater and higher heights in life, your professional career, your personal life, romantic and social relationships, and other important aspects of your life that can be enriched by using your vision board. By looking at it every day, you can contemplate the bigger picture and reminded of what you want to achieve the most. And myself, I've actually been doing vision boards with the family before the kids could even talk. And I wanted to kind of just, share an image of just last one the girls and Sean made a year or so ago. If I can kind of pull this up here. Let's see.
Should be able to.
Yeah, let me see. So this is just them at work here.
Oh, how cool.
So you can kind of see them as far as this is one of our little family days. We actually got our magazines out. Everybody's in their own little zone, creating their vision. But they've been doing this since, like I said, probably, I had them saying affirmations in the mirror since they were 5. The first affirmations were, they look in the mirror, I'm happy, I'm healthy, and everybody loves me. At 5 years old, they'd be kind of silly and kind of quirky behind it and laughing. But over the months and years, it began to resonate deeper and deeper. And now we're at this stage with them. So, yeah.
I think that's amazing.
Thank you, man. This here is Michelle. She actually had came on board and was looking to get some coaching. She was turning 55 a few years back and wanted to get in better shape. She has a friend that she came across who's getting amazing results through the coaching, and she asked her what she'd been doing, so she referred her to our program. And just to kind of share the power of the vision board, I gave her the information and the tools to follow the system. And she is a high school counselor, was very deconditioned at the time, and had not been exercising like in over a 7-8 year period, and was totally out of shape and feeling unhealthy. So what we did is actually went through the whole visualization coaching process as far as to follow the system, and she created this board. Now, these aren't pictures of her. These are the pictures that she created that she wanted to have herself look like over the next year or so. So she cut out the images of somebody's arms, somebody's abs, somebody's glutes, different little power phrases and words, as well as what it was going to take for her to do her transformation and stay focused on her GPS, her goal producing system. And then, she followed the process, and her current results speak for themselves, being this is her current before and after. And, this is just in the health category, but this works for the relationship, for the finance, for the business, and so forth. So this is how Michelle's currently living her best life. She started off as such on the right, and on the left, this is how we're currently maintaining her clean bill of
That's
health.
great. All right, so I completed my board. Just a few things that Juan, you're talking about. One of which was put the date on. My date is this board is for 2024, so we put that front and center. This is my year. This is our year. This is everyone's year. So my vision board is for 2024. I put these into categories. Again, I'm not the most creative, so bear with me, but I have businesses or career, finances, relationship and family, spiritual, personal, and health. And just to kind of breeze through mine, I also have some different words on here: take action, faith, believe to see, you got this, stay committed, stay consistent, mindset. So some of those are key words that, I need to focus on, make sure I do every day. But I got a little bit more. You touched on earlier one, you get a little bit more specific. So although I have a visual, I put down a little bit more specific of a goal. So my health up here, I thought this made sense because you have sleeping, lifestyle, sports, exercise, weight, eating, diet, nutrition, balance, all those things play a role. And my specific goal, I have a goal weight, 220 pounds. My body fat would be 15%, and my lean tissue will be 187 pounds. My A1C is a big thing that I look for. So I got to bring mine down. My goal is to bring my A1C down to 5, and that is blood sugar for those who don't know. I have a few businesses. Some of my goals for the businesses are LifeSync coaches. We'll have at least 200 members by the end of the year. We'll impact many, many lives from our speaking and from our members' families and so on and so forth. Our goal is 200 members by the end of the year. The OG, the Ohio Gym, we have fitness centers. So my goal there is 2,500 members for Sheffield Village, 2,000 members for Brooklyn. It's a total of 4,500 members by the end of the year. Northern Ohio Business Center, I have 2 co-working centers, one of which will have 40 members. The other will have 60 members for a total of 100 members. Arabica Expresses that we have, we're putting in a whole new healthy menu this year. So that's a goal and a focus. My finances, I have a couple checks here from the businesses. I wrote these out to myself, or the owner would draw. One of which is a healthy amount. The other is a good healthy amount. So those are my goals for those finances, for those companies to pay me out. My family and relationships. Obviously, I have a picture with my wife, my kids, and I did this for just friends, representing just my social relationships. Personally, myself, I got to work on better quality time, and more importantly, being present. A lot of times even if I'm there, I'm not really there in my mind. So that's my goal, and that's my vision for this year that I will achieve. Spirituality, I'll have 2 more prayer sessions each day. I'm committed with some of the prayers that I do. I do know I need to increase those. So those are my goals on that. Personally, I'm definitely doing a vacation to San Diego. And then I know we have our sights set on Miami as well. So that'll be a big one. But that's my goal. That's my vision board. So I see it, I believe to see. I know this will happen in each aspect. Again, I just need to remember to take action, have faith, and believe to see. I need to stay committed, stay consistent, make sure I have a strong mindset, and I know I got this.
Yes, sir.
That's my
That's
board.
great, man. That's awesome. Good stuff.
Right on.
Powerful.
So let me ask you this one. What do you suggest to individuals? We got this down, we put it together. What's next?
Next, you would put it somewhere where you can see it first thing in the morning and before you go to bed at night. I have mine in my office, and I make sure personally, this is kind of just my personal thing. I get up early enough every morning to do my prayer and meditation, and then I'll go ahead and go to my office for at least 5 minutes and kick back and look and just stare at my board. Just kind of stare at it and just feel it, get myself energized up for the day of ways I can get to each one of those categories. And along with that, in the process, I set small goals for myself for the day to move me a little bit closer towards the big pictures that I have on my vision board. And then at the end of the day, I go back in there again in my office and I'll look at the board, and then I'll sit back and I'll look over my things that I wrote down for my goals for the day and move those over and see how many things I accomplished. And that's just personal gratification and proof and evidence that I'm moving towards this new version of myself. So that's just so definitely you want to put it somewhere you can see it. And I would even suggest for most to make a picture and make it your screensaver. So if you can't get to have an office space or a location around the house, make it your screensaver on your phone or your computer. This way, every time you open up your phone, the first thing going to pop up is your vision board. And that begins to give you those subliminal imprints of the end result.
I agree 100%. Put it on again, like if you can't see it every day or a constant reminder, your phone is a great option. Put that as your screensaver for sure. That's a great idea. So that's our vision board. That's how to create a vision board. You got the tools, showed you how to put that together. Make it fun, make it like you were talking, make it a family event as well. Just doesn't have to be you. Encourage a family and friends to do it also. But this gives us insight to our next year and to our life. So continue with your vision board. I look forward to seeing your vision board. We will follow up with you. I'm excited to have you guys follow up with me at the end of 2024 so we can review it and put check marks next to each of those and then start a new one for 2025. So thank you for visiting and seeing how to set this up and put this together.
You guys have a great, prosperous new year. We're looking forward to helping you in any way, in every way we can. Love and peace.